it's Dr. Shanti Rao. Welcome to another episode of Blissful Mind, Peaceful Life, where you learn new methods to enhance your well being as well as creativity. So, today's topic is how do you deal with the past hurt? So, a lot of people ask me this question. So, let me tell you a story that will help illustrate the point. So, there was a person and they had been hurt by someone in the past, and then they had a lot of trouble, and it was coming into the present moment. And so that person had hurt their child and treated them badly as a guest in their home. And so they felt that it had, caused their family significant amount of distress, which is totally understandable. But then in this present moment, they were the ones suffering a lot. And so the important thing here to learn is that the past is a lesson, but it's not a life sentence. So you got to remember what's important today. So today it's important for you to be peaceful, healthy, happy, and learn from the past. So I told them, part of it is feeling bad about what happened, not being able to protect their child from harm, trusting the other person, and the most important thing is they were actually affected because they felt bad about themselves. And sometimes the hardest thing is to let go of our own mistakes and our own guilt. But if we don't let go of our guilt about our mistakes, then we don't have the energy to correct them, because the guilt is like carrying a really heavy burden on your shoulders. It weighs you down and doesn't allow you to carry forward in the journey. So I explained that the first thing they need to do is forgive themselves for not knowing that that person was prone to that type of behavior. So self-forgiveness and self-compassion is the number one thing. And then the second thing that they can do is they can find out what they can learn from the past. So it's important to, give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And perhaps that person had some previous traumatic experience that caused them to behave that way. So sometimes just extending the benefit of the doubt, and also knowing that with the information that we had in the past, we couldn't have done better. And that person in the past was like that, but now they may have evolved, because we're constantly evolving. I'm not the same person I was, 10 years ago, and you're probably not the same. So understanding this helps us to just let go of the past. And we're letting go of the past because we want to take the lessons that we learned and we want to implement them now. So the first thing is to get over the guilt and our own resentment towards our own inadequacy and our own mistakes. So that's the first thing. And the reason why you're getting over the guilt is you've learned from the past, and you're going to implement the lessons in the present moment. And in order to implement them, you're going to have to feel good, and you can't feel good if you keep berating yourself with the guilt. So you're going to let go of the past, your own mistakes. You're going to take the lessons. So in this case, they learned that they needed to be a little bit more vigilant about people they didn't know that well, and keep an eye on their behavior. Remember, the second thing that we want to do is take the lessons from that experience. So from that experience, they learned that not everyone is going to behave the same way. And so we need to be, more careful around them. And so they did take my advice. And what ended up happening is they were able to let go of this huge burden that they were carrying. And then they and their child were able to live happily in the present moment, because whatever happened, that person has now moved on. They've changed. They may have learned from their mistake, and they're now having a great life and enjoying. And why should we punish ourselves a second time? There's the first arrow that came and hurt us, but thinking about the past and bringing it to the present is a second arrow, and it's causing us optional suffering. And who wants to suffer? So the message for today is that when something happened where we made a mistake in the past, we have to learn, make a commitment to ourselves and implement the learning in the present moment, guilt is only going to weaken us. So we have to be just committed to being a better person. And when someone else made a mistake, then we just have to see it as a learning experience for us in terms of how to protect ourselves. And we also have to realize that that person probably has some sort of traumatic experience or difficulty that caused them to behave in a way that is not okay. So, in a sense, we give them compassion, but we also take the learning and realize how to deal better and prevent that from happening in the present moment. So remember that you're not going to focus on the past hurt, but you're going to focus on the lesson and use all your energy to implement those lessons and make the present moment and future better. Take care and have a great day, and comment below about what your experience is with this issue. Take care.